One of the dishes that I really love to make a lot in summer are chicken skewers. For a really long time, like super juicy, moist chicken eluded me, especially on the grill. Like no matter what I did to it, it was always kind of dried out and just not giving me the flavor that I was after. But when I was developing the chicken skewers for Cook Beautiful, I definitely went through around like 5, maybe even 6 rounds of development until I got the chicken at the consistency that I really wanted it to be. And the trick that I found was actually using yogurt or some sort of dairy within the marinade. I'm kind of riffing off of a recipe from Cook Beautiful, which is the yogurt marinated chicken skewers. In Cook Beautiful, I used yogurt and I also used chicken thighs. Today, I'm actually gonna use sour cream and chicken breasts because that's what I was able to find. So it's also like just good for you guys to know that like you should always adapt as you go to what's available. What the dairy does, what the sour cream is going to do in this recipe is tenderize the chicken. It's going to, kind of seal the chicken a little bit, not only infuse the flavor from the other elements that I'm putting within the yogurt marinade, but it's also gonna just help make it super juicy, super moist, not that dried out chicken that we're so often used to on the grill. Into that marinade, I'm going to put some olive oil, garlic, fresh ginger. I'm kind of, going a little bit to that Middle Eastern vibe with this recipe. So I'm also gonna put some cumin, some paprika. You can add anything you want. But I'm going to skewer them. I've kind of soaking my wood skewers. It's always better when you're going on the grill to soak your skewers for around 30 minutes so that they don't catch fire. And then I just got a bunch of veggies at the farms. I got these little mini zucchinis and I'm gonna skewer the chicken with the zucchini. And with some sun gold tomatoes that I know I've been using so much of, and also chunks of red onion. What I love so much about this is that chicken skewers are kind of, first of all, they're super flavorful and super moist, first and foremost, but second of all, they're kind of perfect for everyone. Like kids and adults alike love them, and it's just easy to prepare in advance. You can not only marinate them the day before, or at least upwards of 3 hours before, but you can also skewer them and just keep them sitting in your fridge and pop them on the grill. So I'll take you through that process, and it's such a good summer recipe, guys, so definitely give it a go. I don't know if I've done this for you guys before, but my favorite way to peel ginger is to actually use a spoon. You can just kind of scratch along the skin and it usually comes right off. And here we have the garlic. So you guys can see that I just cut these into like as thin discs as I possibly can. And then I'm gonna stack about 4 of them together, cut them crosswise into little batons or sticks. Then I'll turn them and then go the opposite way. You really want your ginger to be finely sliced, or diced, I should say. Do the same for our garlic so it's nice and fine. One of my biggest pet peeves is that somebody drags my knife across the cutting board because it really dulls your knife. So if you want to kind of move anything over, just use the back edge of your blade. So we're also going to put some fresh parsley. All of these elements that are going in the marinade would be really nice as a finishing sauce as well. I'm going to make a little extra and set it aside so that I can use it as a sauce. I will zest some lemon. Guys, here is some proof that my nails do not always look good. Some either yogurt or sour cream in. Putting in my ginger, keeping some aside for the finishing sauce. Putting in the garlic, parsley, lemon. When I was at the market, they had some horseradish. And I thought that just might be like a nice little zing to add. Some paprika, some cumin, salt, some fresh pepper, extra virgin olive oil. As the chicken's marinating, the marinade itself is actually going to fuse together, and all of these elements are going to kind of release themselves and meld together into a new alchemy of flavors, which is precisely why I love cooking so much. Put my chicken into the marinade and I'm gonna give it a cover and I'm gonna pop it in the fridge because I'm not gonna be using it until tomorrow. Before you grill or cook or sear or saute or any thing with a protein, you should always bring it to room temperature. So I will take it out of the fridge before I'm about to grill it, probably upwards of 2 hours before, so that it really can get to room temperature. You do not want to put a really cold piece of chicken, meat, fish, pork on a hot grill because it's not going to get that sear that you really want it to. So room temperature is super important. I am going to pop this in the fridge, and I have another one that I marinated yesterday that I'm going to put on the grill right now. Cut these little triangular shape zucchinis. I really love red onion on a skewer. Throw in some tomatoes. And then really I'm just going to drizzle this with olive oil, salt, pepper, maybe like a dash of cumin. One thing I will say, and I mentioned this in Cook Beautiful, is like, don't be too precious about what the skewers look like. They don't have to follow the same order of, you know, chicken, zucchini, red onion. Just kind of make them as you wish, haphazardly. Does not have to be perfect to be beautiful. I am going to get these skewers on the grill, which is right here. I'm at 400 degrees. I have a little piece of tin foil because if you put the skewer, the edges of the skewer directly on the grill, then the wood is going to burn. So I'm gonna do this. Can you see? I'm just gonna put the little tail ends of the skewers on the foil, but all of the meats will actually still remain on the actual grill grates. So I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon into our Greek yogurt. Store-bought flatbread. Drizzle it with a little olive oil, drizzle it with a little sea salt, some pepper. I'm gonna pop it on the grill so that it's nice and toasty. Random dollop of our yogurt. And then I have my skewers fresh off the grill. With a little bit of our sauce. Onions, a few random leaves of parsley. There you have it, guys.